Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning. How are you today? Well, our conversation continues, and I believe it will always remain fresh, even with repetitions. The reason is because we can never be tired of hearing and knowing about ourselves and that which is higher than us. And when I say higher than us, it simply means that that which is above us or beyond us is just beyond us. Our extrapolations can only go as far as that which is beyond us allows itself for us to be known. Therefore, I still want to repeat, and I will keep repeating. In a world that is free, if this world were free, probably we will not have a single religion in the world. Probably we will not have a single supra-organizations in the world. Probably will not have countries in the world. Probably will not even have nations tied together by whatever means. Like in some cases, I've seen that some states are forced to remain together. Some regions are forced to stick together. And we've heard of annexes when a stronger country wants to annex another country to itself. If we are in a totally free world, it will mean for the 8 billion people in the world, the uniqueness that is in every human being means that the person has his or her own truth and is willing to display it. So, unless people of like truth, people of like minds, people who have understood their truth, appreciated their truth, they are not manipulated, they are not capitulated upon, that agree to come together to form a nation, that we can now say, these people, because their truths were not manipulated, here they are. And I'm sad to say that when we give birth to our children, we don't first of all help them to understand that they have their own truths and they should appreciate who they are. And when they have known exactly who they are, because the truth will define them, or the truth is defining them, then we can now start introducing them to a truth or to the truth that we know is higher than their own. We don't do that. Right from childhood, usually we trap our children and we make them follow our own truth. And of course, when they grow, they stick to our own truth, and to us is a gain. And what if we are wrong? They will also be wrong, unless the truth decides to deliver them. And this is what we are. That's the kind of society that we're having. So if we take up big or supranations, like supra-organizations such as the United Nations, I wish to say candidly, not every single nation in the United Nations have a say. And that is the truth. Not every single nation that is a member of the United Nations does what it wants, because other powers rule over them. In fact, most of the resolutions come about in the United Nations. Some countries don't even know how they are operated, yet they are members. And that is why there can be many resolutions, and then these ignorant countries will continue to pay through their noses to keep those resolutions going without even benefiting from it. So it tells us clearly that truths upon truths have been suppressed. And just imagine me to be the president of a nation, and I'm completely ignorant. I will take my country and I will sell it to the United Nations. And the United Nations will decide on whatever it will do. It will tax us accordingly in order to keep it running. At the end of the day, I will now push my country into debts. And when the country is neck deep into debts, I come out and think that I'm actually doing something at the United Nations. This is not correct. This is not correct. I am 100% sure that if some nations are allowed Some countries are allowed. Many regions will come out of them. And even when regions have come out of them, there will be many states that will separate from those regions. And if many states will separate, there will be many, counties that will separate from those, regions, those states. And then there will be many families that will not want to be part of the counties. And then there will be individuals that will not want to be part of the families that they have found themselves in. And then there will be many individuals who will not even want to remain in their own families. But because this truth or the truth of others have been suppressed, repressed, manipulated, and dealt with and rubbed off, and they are just a figure of themselves, these people find themselves the way they are. So we will never have a free world. As long as there are those who are economically powerful, there are those who are politically powerful, that for those who, because of those who are intellectually powerful or more powerful, they will never allow the world to be free. Because the moment the world becomes free, they will lose whatever they have. Their benefits will disappear in just one go. So that is what it is. So the truth, we all have our truths. However, the truth is the one that when we come back to it, it will judge us right. It will judge us right. Let our unifying factor in this world not be the truths that we have evolved over the years, whether for centuries or for decades or for whatever period of time, whether in form of religions or movements or organizations or whatever. Let us put them aside. Let us come to the truth. Let that which will rally us all around the world be that universal truth, whose quality include quite a lot of other things, but this particular one, no one can defend the truth. I don't have the tools to defend the truth. The truth defends me. And anytime I am killed, it is not because I'm defending the truth. It is because I want the truth. I desire the truth. I want to follow the truth. But not because the truth, I'm defending the truth. The truth knows how to defend itself. The truth knows how to protect itself. The truth knows how to go about issues about it, that concerns it. All that I can do is to yield to its biddings. And again, there is something about the truth. If it is the only one that can define itself, it is also the only one, that defends itself, it is only the one that can define and defend itself, then it is also the only one that can stand out to direct people. We are not the ones who direct the truth. We're not the ones who give the truth instructions, because our instructions are at the lower levels of life, at the lowest levels of our lives. And it is within the circle of our own understanding that is far below the requirements of the truth. So if that is the case, I want us to appreciate what the truth is, not our truths. The truth is higher than all of us. The truth is wider than all of us. The truth is deeper than all of us. The truth cannot be defined, just as we cannot define our own truths, based on the fact that there are 8 billion truths in the world in accordance with the population of the world. And if we are to set forth to define that, how will it be like? Therefore, people who were of old decided to terrorize the terrorize the truth. So at least it will give a kind of clue. But even then, when we follow their theories, it does not really give us what we should understand about truth, because it's not willing to define the motive behind any good deed or any evil deed. So let me assume I am good. I build roads, I build hospitals, I build schools, and so on and so forth. Everybody will clap hands for me. They will cheer me up. They'll say, this is a humanitarian man indeed, a philanthropist to the core. But then, judge my motive. That is what the truth does. The truth judges our motive. Why am I building the schools? Why am I giving this? Why am I doing that? Why am I constructing this? Why am I viewing it like this? So this is where the challenge comes in. The truth judges all those things. The motive behind everything, the truth judges it. So no one can escape. That is why at the end of our lives, no matter how long we live, we'll stand before the truth. And then the truth will judge us according to how we executed our deeds while on earth. I don't know how some of us will answer it. Sometimes I'm even afraid of myself. How will I answer it? Because there are times I would just do something for the sake of doing them. Not because I'm really interested in doing them, but because I just have to do them. And sometimes the motives are even wrong in doing them, simply because I'm a man pleaser. So when I am a people pleaser, that is not what the Almighty wants. The truth wants me to be its pleaser. I'm doing this because the truth is in my heart. That's what the truth wants. So in the course of our discussions, I will be seeing the truth touching every aspect of humanity. It will touch governance. It will touch politics, where lies are the daily occurrences in that particular movement or style of life or whatever. It will touch communities. It will touch science. It will touch philosophies. It will touch philanthropies. It will touch businesses and so on. And may I say that if the businesses we're doing in the world today stand on the truth and not our truth, the businesses will take another shape. I am assuring us that one. And what about our religions? If, for example, I kill, or I murder, or I deceive, or I cheat, or I rob people, or I keep insurgents at all times flowing, I sponsor the spread of guns around the world in order to kill a particular set of people, to murder some people, to destroy some people. Communities after communities are meant to be destroyed simply because they don't accept my own belief system. Is that the truth? The truth has never harmed anybody. The truth will never harm anybody because it created all. Everything created is a reflection of the truth. Everything. And it is left for the created, particularly human beings, to respond accordingly. So let us take time to think about that. So there are a few more things that I would like to add about the truth that I understand or I'm getting to know. It is omnipotent. The power that the truth have nothing under the sun. No such power under the sun, above the sun, in anywhere. All the powers in the whole world, whether good or bad, put together, can never be anywhere compared to the power that the truth has. That is why on that day, all truths will bow before this truth. And particularly human beings, some of us will bow in regrets. And we can avoid that one now. Yes, another classic feature of the truth is that it is omnipresent. There's nowhere you can go or you can run to. Whether you are in the air, in the sea, or on the land, you can never escape the truth. In fact, there are places that our shadows cannot go. They are not there, non-existent. Because without light, there will be no shadow. But even in the darkest of darkness, the truth is there with us. And that is why when we would have committed our atrocities or whatever we've done, the truth will tell us either at the subconscious level or at the conscious level or at the subconscious level that you have not done well. Even if you struggle to suppress it, it will tell you you have not said it correctly. Even if we pretend and ignore it, it will follow us for a while. And for those of us who have killed our consciences, at the subconscious level, it is talking. And for those of us who have killed our subconsciouses, at the subconscious level, it is speaking. The voice of the truth against our truth can never be stopped because we are a reflection of that particular truth and it must speak. And that is why better if we allow our subconsciouses, our consciences to be responsible and answerable to the truth, then we'll get it easier for our lives. That is a preparation that one day I will face the truth and I will not be ashamed. So get that one. So having said that one, mark it. Wherever we go, wherever we are, the truth is there. Whenever we are, while we are, the truth is there. We may be in the company of many, and we may be individuals. We may be at whatever. The truth is there. In most cases and in most of our meetings, I know we suppress the truth so that the populace will be manipulated further. But then the truth does not stop speaking. Out of those people whom we have manipulated, there will come someone who will say the truth was not there. So this is a reality before us. The truth is everywhere. Another thing that I would like also to understand is that the truth is knows everything. The truth knows everything. Before we say it, it has known. Before the thoughts stream into our hearts, it has known. The word that is usually used for this is that the truth is omniscient. It knows everything. Our knowledge, even if we're geniuses, is right before the truth. That is why if a genius lies, he knows that he has lied. Or she knows that she has lied. Or even in the demonstration of his or her geniuses, the person knows when he is or she is a hypocrite. We know it. Sometimes our geniuses are displayed to just appeal to people. But pride is inside of us. These are facts. So the truth knows us. And the good part of it is that as much as it knows us, it does not reveal us to another person. So sometimes we'll even finish our atrocious works and don't harm to people enough. Then we'll still turn to the same people that are alive and tell them, well, this is unfortunate. We'll start doing as if we're appeasing them. But their blood, the blood of their people are in our hands. We've shedded their blood. We've sponsored their destruction. We've killed them. We've forced them. We have coerced them. We've infused them with our deadliness. And then we'll come around and use sweet words as if we don't know anything about, we don't know what is going on. Well, the truth is speaking, even at those levels. So what are we up for? I therefore want to challenge us to think deeply. The truth is for us. The truth is not against us. And the truth is telling us, come to me and I will show you something. I will show you how to use your truth that stands on pride or arrogance or haughtiness. Yes, your truth permeates itself with all forms of covetousness, with all forms of immorality. Your truth will never give you never give you life at all. It will give you death. If you persist in it, then that same truth will say, come to me. I will make a whole lot of difference in you. Well, in the old book, it is written, if you know the truth will set you free. So as long as that truth, this truth, has not been known or is toyed or joked or mocked at in the name of anything, we are slaves to ourselves. And I want to tell you, you are a slave, even to yourself. Even though you seem to man thousands of people, you are a slave of yourself when the truth is not part of you. You are only wallowing in your own truth. So that is also something that we should consider very, very important. My dear, I want to tell you again, it is not in me to exaggerate anything about the truth. I will be glad. Call me to caution. Call me to discussion. Call me, send messages to me, subscribe, and tell me when the truth is being exaggerated. I will be able to mellow down. My desire is to know the truth, beyond my truth, of course. Know this truth and live for the truth, because I know that one day I must stand before this truth. There's no escape route for it. And whether I talk about it or I don't talk about it, it won't change anything because the truth is there before me and I must face it one day, especially when this life is over, because I'm 100% sure that this life will be over, just like with any other person. So my own will be. So I want us to also get that one very, very right. So in a situation where you perceive the truth is being over-exaggerated or over-extrapolated, let me know, because it is for you and for me, and it must be shared. And remember, the truth alone tells us what we should know about it, not what, and then we share what we know about it exactly as it is, not in a concentrated manner as if to attract attention to ourselves. That is not the way it is. But if there will be any form of attraction, it will be that we direct people to the truth. Then that is the correct attraction that we should create in people, directing people back to the truth, where all of us have fallen short and we're not living according to the requirements of the truth. So don't forget that the truth is immutable, the truth is immortal, the truth is sincere, the truth is honest, the truth is consistent, it can never change, the truth is ever the same, and ever it will be our judge. One day, one day, one day. So let us take some time to understand that. Well, if I use the word universal, it looks a little bit weak for me to describe the truth that is at the apex of our pyramid of life. What do I mean by apex now? We all know that for a shape like equilateral triangle, the shapes are all the same because all the sides are the same. But what is there is that if we create steps on each side, there is a way that we'll get to the peak. So if we create steps, let it just be that the lowest step is when we were born or when we were even conceived. The very first day that we were conceived, that was when life began. And that is also the day that a new truth, never known before, arrived into the world. Then imagine people who kill such a truth, who lost it, who lost that new truth. And whether we kill it the very first day it arrived, or we kill it after 8 months, or in some cases, after the child has been given back to, we kill it. We have snuffed out a truth. We never allowed this truth to express itself. And we could have killed people like Steve Jobs. We could have killed this particular truth, people like good leaders, which in times like this, I find it difficult to point to a good leader. So we would have snuffed out a life. And that is not good. Therefore, abortion is against you, not even against the child that is in the truth. You are stopping another truth arriving in the world. Are you not selfish? Are you not the murderer? Unless for medical reasons, which may stand justifiable. Life is precious. Every single life is precious. So the day we are conceived and the day we are born, we start climbing. And to each step, we carry along our truths. And of course, they change. And to our next step, we carry along our truths. In some cases, the baseline has been formed, but then the perspective has changed. And then we keep climbing. For some, they may climb up to 100 steps. And that could be equivalent to 100 years. But at the end of 100 years, they die. Immediately they die. It is like they have reached their climax. And that climax there, up there, or wherever direction you want to place the equilateral triangle, that climax there is the truth. That we must pass through the truth before anything else. And whether we believe that there's life after death, or we refuse to believe that there's life after death, the truth declares that there's life after death. Otherwise, it would have been worthless for us to be created. Useless. Just to come and live and die is worthless. So I want to challenge us to see the truth, that at some point we'll cross paths with it. So how will it be like? Don't forget that. So having said this one, it will also be good to keep reiterating some facts, like the truth is indestructible. You can't destroy it. Well, it is beyond our reach. So if you destroy those who are bearers of the truth, it does not mean you've destroyed the truth. Because even when you are doing the destruction, your conscience is telling you that you are only killing these, you are murdering only these truth bearers. The truth in them can never die. So let us just understand that one very well. And let us move to make sure that it is within our grip. Thank you.